I don't got a suit, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that about it, about the ball. All of my niggas is savages. Lean up the pole like some scavengers. I know that imply I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the boss looking like a Irvin. Shoulda kept it clean like this detergent. So shit, I done let the cat about the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there. Jacket and creamery everywhere. Represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you come prepared. Hey, this is my style. I deal with to get some attention. Hey, the car going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire no pension. I just get the bread at the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. A movement gon' move, it's the move. The only option not to lose. Hey, never been scared, you ain't prepared. I ain't sorry. Your breezy clearly walk the ass over here. I ain't sorry. Mad cause you think I ran out with your beer. I ain't sorry. You're tripping cause you think I stole your career. I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't feeling me, no apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey, sorry not sorry. Hey, I ain't sorry. I don't even feel that bad, my nigga. I ain't sorry. Give no fucks about your ass, my nigga. I ain't sorry. You got options, nigga, choose. Keep it popping like a tool. Or your bitch pussy hole in my crew. Colder than the ice under illusion.
Man, I could just do this all day, really.
Collect the cartel in the building still. Y'all popping the pills, ask your girl how it feel with my cock in the grill when I drill for real. Job on numbers, hell no feeling still. Cause she wanna stack high as a ceiling wheel. For we're killing, she prepared to kill a meal. Crash a plane up a building when it's real. As real as it gets off the real to real. But we don't fuck with that, it's all digital. My cash always nice, never in the mill. I put that on the mats and the tracks a bill. Northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. I'm a beast, federal indictments for the rap sheets. For the rhyming, you know they can catch me. You can catch me all up in the pursuit. Cause it's my time, my nigga, I done pay dues. They watch my movements and study how I move. But I'm out there doing like none of these dudes. Hey, having to do it for self. Hey.
All right, sorry that intro took so long. That's my man, Regime. Yo, here's what I really want to know. I thought about it a little while ago. What is the world record for the biggest set of human testicles that was not caused from a biological deformity, right? I don't want to know the world record on some elephantitis shit, but I really just want to know how big are the biggest balls? Coconuts, oranges, I don't know. I just don't want it on my Google search, but I really want to know the answer to that. So if you could Google that and let me know, that'd be great. Meanwhile, I'll start the show. Welcome to whatever.
Shut the fuck up, sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me.
You heard Flavor Flav. You heard Flavor Flav. Hey, you know, I've been thinking about Flavor Flav a lot because every time they mention that 3 presidents are all going to get the COVID vaccine, I always think of a reality show, and then I think we put 3 presidents in a house with these COVID infected people. And it would be just like Flavor of Love, except everybody, if they coughed in Flav's mouth. Anyways, this is Coffee Bong Hits with Jessie. And if you thought we were messing around, no, I'm not drinking it out of that. Look, I got it. We're rocking out of the home office again today, also known as 16th century Plymouth Village in Plymouth, Massachusetts. For all y'all pilgrims, stay topical. Look, here's what we're going to talk about today, and then we're quickly going to jump. We're going to go remotely in Northeast Portland right now. The police are attempting to evict a house that is resisting. The people own the house. The banks are foreclosing on the house, and it's crazy. We're going to get there in just a second. It's probably going to be a long thing, though, so I'm not going to rush to it. I'm going to let the show develop. Also, we're going to talk about two real important things today. You're going to be exposed to the coronavirus. There's nothing that we can do except stay out of public, right? But nobody's staying out of public. The coronavirus isn't going anywhere. The percentages of people getting tested that have the coronavirus keep going up exponentially, right? Look, okay, we're waiting for the vaccine. That's great. It's going to be a long time before people can get the vaccine. And certainly there's no reason to expect that it's just going to unroll really easy. Nothing is easy. I don't understand why these people are so Pollyannic going, oh, we're going to be saved. Because I'll tell you one thing. If I know anything about anything, is 2021 is going to make 2020 seem like 2019. I'll never forget one time Anthony Sanchez hosted like this fuck off. Oh, gosh darn it. I made it 6 minutes and then said, gosh darn it. Why don't I just say fuck twice? I already got tagged out. Why am I still running? Just walk off the field. You're out. Okay. I remember Anthony Sanchez had this party called like fuck 2016 or something. No way. No way. Oh, bless the people who don't care about their Google searches. Sarah, I was just thinking of you. Sarah, I was totally just thinking of you because I saw that post on your Facebook last night, and that's what I just reflected back to when I was talking about the hopeful optimism. No way. Wow. Yeah, see, a lot of people really don't care what they search on Google, right? Like if the FBI ever comes into your house, oh my gosh. Yo, that's one thing about me that I take a lot of pride in is you ain't gonna find no weird secrets. Go through my laptop, go through my phone, go through my dresser drawers. There ain't nothing weird about me, man, right? But I keep it that way. And if there was something weird about me, I wouldn't put it on the internet because here's something to consider. Dude, Zuckerberg knows everything you've ever typed. Bill Gates knows everything you've ever typed. The FBI knows everything you've ever typed. The only reason that you are not in trouble is because you're not on the radar. But the moment that you're on their radar, they could just destroy you, right? Because public character assassination is worse than regularly being assassinated. Trust me, I know. My character is constantly under fraudulent attack by people that have to make up rumors because my game is airtight. My game is airtight. I don't do shit wrong. You mortals cannot judge me. I'm gonna be judged by the crocodile god and Thoth, right? They're gonna put my heart on the scale against a feather. So you can come to my house and you can search my computer, and I guarantee you will never find a search that says what is the world's largest pair of testicles. You just won't. Okay, the other thing we're going to talk about today is the Israeli space security chief. This is like the highest ranking Israeli space security person came out and said that Israel and the United States have relationships with members of a galactic federation from another planet. Now, peep this. My man Gerard just posted that shit like 10 minutes before the show started. And I was like, oh, this is going to take me on too big of a journey. So let me just save it and we'll all read it together. I haven't read it yet. Okay, look, I got 15 minutes left to lace y'all with some free games. So I thought about it last night and I was like, write this down. Okay, so the world is full of opportunities, crossroads, coin flips, rolls of the dice, tosses of the runes, All right. Some people throw sand, whatever. So here's the thing. Is the future set in stone? No. But which future are we talking about? Because there are infinite possibilities, right? At any given moment, a whole rainbow. Rainbow's not a good example. Rainbows only have like 7 colors. A whole vast color spectrum, which actually extends to colors that most humans have never even seen before, like electric green or the center of the sun orange or juicy blue. All those colors that only exist on other. Sorry if y'all can't see that shit. Not my bad, humans. So let's say right now, I'm just sitting here. I could do anything. I could sing a song. That would start a whole world, right? I could quit the show. That would start a whole world. I could eat this lighter. That would start a whole world. I could take my phone and smash myself in the nose. That would start a whole different chain of reactions, right? I could take this pot of coffee and just pour it on my dick. That would start a whole chain of reactions that goes everywhere, right? Infinite possibilities, infinite potential. Remember how I told you guys yesterday, the last time I took DMT, I went to the spot where pure DNA was coming out, like pure unlimited potential was just leaking out of that drip, and it was splitting, and it had the potential to be a person or a thought or a horse or a laugh or a smell, right? Just all the vast spectrums, right? Okay, so now within all of that, how can you control that? You can't really, because it's a lottery, right? There's a ton of factors that are involved, man. There's a multitude. And when you actually learn to step out of time and space, you can go backwards and change some stuff, like my man Frank over at Essential Elements. If I never mention Essential Elements, check that place out. Frank is the real deal. Frank is the real deal. He's writing an encyclopedia about everything just by what he channels. So anyways, here's my point. And this is a good visual that will help you. A good visual that will help you throughout your day and your week, and hopefully for the rest of your life, man, because these things that I learned by my diligence should benefit others, like KRS-One benefited me. P.S. Go check out the brand new KRS-One shit. I just heard it this morning. My man Jibo, the People's Champ. Man, I got to take this. Hold on. This is Jessie.
Hey, bro, let's chill.
Chill, man. I'm in the middle of a show. What kind of friend are you?
Oh, shit. My bad.
I love you, G. Hey, look, we should just look. If Chio got something to say to me, just say it on the damn show. Watch, we could just be like, Chio, come on the show. Watch this. Hold on. Chio. Man, you know what Chio's trying to do is he's trying to give me all his kitchen stuff. That's why he called me. Okay, look, so you have infinite potential for everything. But if you view totality as 100%, then you can break it down and visualize it like ping pong balls. So the option that you want, the favorable result in life, is illustrated by some light blue ping pong balls, right? That's what you want to visualize. You want 100% of your ping pong balls to be blue. Now, the randomness of the universe is going to throw red ping pong balls at you, and those are going to be plot twists, and those are going to be things that you can't foresee and you can't control. But the lower your vibration, the more room for the red ping pong balls to infiltrate your math. Right? Because we're dealing with percentages right now. I have an 80% chance of being successful at this endeavor. I have a 90% chance of being successful at this endeavor. Right? But the secret to amass the more number of blue balls is to be kind to the universe, right? Like, you get points. It's like you can just walk around robbing the turtle in real life, man. You know, every time you compliment somebody, one of those ping pong balls turns light blue. Every time you diss somebody, one of your ping pong balls turns red. Every time you let somebody else in traffic, you get a couple blue ping pong balls. Every time you meditate, you get more blue ping pong balls. And then eventually, if you really just work to accumulate, Jesse, it shouldn't just be about keeping score. Mofo, I don't write the rules to the universe, and you don't get to dictate the terms. I'm telling you how the universe works. I'm telling you how to just make a decision in your head, say, I want to do this, and then just go do it. And I didn't invent it. I learned it. It's just basically a modern extension of some Think and Grow Rich, which is just a modern extension of some Emerald Tablets, which is just a modern extension of some Atlantean shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, raise your hand if you mess with Hermes Trismegistus, right? And Ernie, you make the great point, G. Once you get to it, you ain't even got to try because you're just in the flow. You just live in the flow. You have enough in the reservoir that even if you get knocked back a tiny bit, you can just recalibrate. And you stay in the flow because the flow feels good. It's like a drug, giggling all day, waking up with optimism, and just high-fiving strangers, man, or being like, psych, stranger, I don't want to get the COVID. So that's the visualization trick for today, man. So we're gonna wrap up that lesson. I hate to call it a lesson. I'm sorry. That makes it sound like I'm just a conduit, yo. I am just a conduit. Most of the time, I swear to God, most of the time when I start talking on this show, I'm just thinking about some other shit. And I'm just streaming from the dude that's sitting on the couch behind me playing this video game, right? I am just the vessel, right? This is just the computer, the machine, the car, the dryer, the blender, the rice cooker. This is nuts and bolts, right? But sometimes when I do this show, my mind just flows in this stream of consciousness that I can't even explain. And I just talk, but really I'm thinking right now like about how to fix my car and shit. But at the same time, we just writing it out. So here's your daily reminder that while it is admirable to be Tom Sawyer, and it's great to be Huckleberry Finn, it's better to be Mark Twain. So what you want to do is you want to recognize that your car ain't nothing, or your head ain't nothing but a car. And sometimes if we wake up and enter the aquarium too soon, we're stuck in it, right? So stay out of the aquarium, exist in the fish store, be the guy that does the maintenance, be the author of the story of your life, be the first person to know what's going on, not the last person. And it's not hard. It's not weird. It's literally the shit that the teacher KRS-One taught me. Take your mind from one brain that exists in a finite place in time and space and location, right? But your brain is, your mind is infinite. Your brain is finite. Your mind is infinite. And it can go anywhere in time and space inside the fish store. So that means you can mess with the stuff inside the fish store. So walk around the back of your own head, climb in the driver's seat, sit down. Don't buckle up. It's your life. You don't need to buckle up. Just hit on that horn. And when they ask, why are you honking the horn all the time? Why are you always honking the horn? It's my motherfucking horn. And I already said the F word twice earlier, so I don't even give a shit. Hold on. Let me see what's up. Josh Larson's supposed to come in today. Oh, shit. Hold on. Josh Larson's already supposed to be in. He said I gave him a bad link. That's dirty. He said bad link. Okay, so if you get in the driver's seat of your own head, then what you can do is you can control all the factors. You control the windshield wipers, even if it's not raining, they're your windshield wipers. You control the headlights. You control the door locks for everybody, right? So all you have to do, here's the trick, is just remember who you are. Just remember, that's it. It's just it. That's it. Just remember who you are. And then you're in that space. Now, the trick is, or the tricky part is, how do you maintain it? How do you hold it? How do you stay in that space, right? How do you grow an industrial complex built out of good energy and good fortune? You just keep feeding it. You just keep pushing it. You create lobbyists so that you can proselytize about good energy and positive vibes and loving the world and not killing shit and not hurting people's feelings just to do it and uplifting people just because you know that you won't even see that person again. But at the end of the day, they're going to be a lot better. And the butterfly effects from all their happiness is going to spread all across the world. And it starts inside that vehicle that is your own brain. Be the driver, yo. Whoops, that's the wrong one. I'll just try to inspire you guys. I just told you to shut the F up. That is so dope. That is so dope. All right, y'all ready to do this? My next guest is fucking 2 minutes late. My bad, Josh. Yo, what it is? Oh shit,
What's going on, man?
Man, you look like a mugger from a comic book right now.
Great. That's what I was going for. You know, I put my nice shirt on.
Oh, look, you got a Thor shirt on too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, okay. So you really are on that comic book vibe today. You really like purposely set out for the mugger look, the masher. That's what it's masher.
I'm on that comic book vibe almost every day, man.
Man, I'll tell you a funny story real quick. When I was in the fourth grade, I came home from school, and my neighbor's house had been robbed, and there was cops everywhere, all around, right? And I walked up. Now, I was in school when the robbery happened, but the cop walks up and goes, and I'm just walking home from school, right? So, like, I show up like an hour later, and the cop goes, "Hey, kid, you see anything?" And I was like, "Actually, I did." And I swear to God, on my grandma, on every dog that's ever passed on to wherever dogs go, heaven, I think. I swear to God, I looked the cop dead in the eye and said, "I seen the dude. He was bald-headed with a scar on his face, and he was wearing a fur coat." And the cop said, "Okay, thanks for that tip. We'll keep an eye out." And for about a year, now how old are you in the fourth grade? Like 10 years old?
Right.
For about a year, every day I was like, man, if those cops come for me today, what am I going to say? Like every day for a year, I was like, no, those cops are good. Those cops are good.
Then some poor bald-headed guy with a scar on his face had to go deal with some questioning because of that. Wearing the fur coat because it's cold, man.
That's funny. You know, in my brain, the dude was like the brother to the guy that Bugs Bunny played baseball against. 1, 2, 3 strikes you out. 1, 2, 3 strikes you out. Hey, do you believe in aliens, Josh?
I do believe in aliens, yeah. I don't know if I believe the dude, the Israeli space guy, though, saying that we have a peace treaty with the aliens for a period of time. but they're definitely out there.
Man, so I don't know what this guy could possibly say besides either me going, no duh, or duh. Like, think about that. I was thinking about that when I was peeing right before the show. I was like, so no duh is a response to duh, right? So like somebody's like, duh, and they're like, no duh, bro. No duh.
No duh.
And then that just like there must have been some point where a lot of people in society were just going, duh. And then they just said, no duh, bro. Okay. So sorry, I really thought about
I feel
that.
like Sam Elliott might have started that one. I could just imagine the no duh.
It's a no duh zone. No shirts, no shoes, no duh. Okay, look. Former Israeli space security chief says aliens exist. Humanity not ready. I say that all the time. Humanity is not ready for what I'm about to do next week. But I think this guy might have a little more credibility to say that than me. I'm prone to sensationalize some things.
Who doesn't live their life in hyperbole just a little bit,
Right. I listen to this lecture sometimes at night, this brain reprogramming lecture, and it's like, dude, just embrace the fact that we are all actors, like in this life, right? When you embrace that, you're literally just playing a role. Like, what I assume? I assume a lot of people have been Jesse Sponberg before, right? Like, hold on, let me go back to this. I assume that I'm just a character you can play in a game. I'm like Ryu or Blanca or Chun-Li, right? Like a lot of people can play me. A lot of people can play you, right? I'm trying to get the high score at Jesse Sponberg, right? That's why people are like, oh, I don't care, whatever. Like, man, I'm not coming back here. I'm trying to get the high score. When you go to the game of Jesse Sponberg, I wanted to say Z-N-E for ozone, right? Like it used to on all the games on Hawthorne, man, and all the 7-Elevens on Hawthorne.
You gotta be the number one, Jesse Sponberg. That's right.
Right. And you should always like strive to that and use cheat codes, man. I mean, shoot, they're in the Game Power mag. Just use the cheat code.
They put them there for a reason, right? If you weren't supposed to do it, they wouldn't put them in there.
Man, the shit's all YouTube. How to cheat. It's literally all YouTube. You could just go to YouTube and be like, how to cheat at life. And one of the ways is like to really remember that you're an actor and that everybody that looks at you is viewing you in a receptive way, right? So like they're taking in whatever you're putting out. So what are you giving them? Are you just, I don't know. That's another conversation. Now let's go back into, let's go into, but let me tell you this. If the last thing I want to say about that is I mess with some high level people, right? The people that I keep in my life are champions at other lives, right? And we came together during this time at the fall of mankind for a reason, right? This is like this simulation that we're in, this video game that we're in. Look behind you real quick because you're actually sitting on the couch playing it, right? And not everybody on this planet is actually in the game, right? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody around me is high level and we're like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Sure. And we're rolling dice. This is a giant Dungeons and Dragons game, man. And my friends are the nerdiest, the best of the best. And we're here at this moment on this epic quest. And then we factor in the aliens, man. Let's see what he says. Former Israeli. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. It's halftime, you guys. Oh, shoot. Halftime. I don't know how many bowls you took to the head today, but Red Panda takes 4 at halftime. That's true. That's fire. Do you know that that lady just exists in this time loop? And every time she does that, she thinks it's the first time. Right?
You think she is the #1 red panda? I mean, what about the other people that have been her before?
That's what I'm saying.
Were they only 3 bulls, or I think she's the #1.
Right? Hey, yo, what about the other versions of us that only have a video of like a two bull panda? And they're just like, they're just scrubs. They never even got to this level. They never even could make it to fight Mike Tyson. They never even saw the water world on Super Mario Brothers. They're just like, what are you talking about, water world? There's no such thing as a water world. Like, you'll never know. You'll never know.
Yeah.
You'll never. You got hit with a barrel the very first time you played Donkey Kong. You just walked right into a barrel. You never even got the hammer. Like, you'll never understand what it's like. Like, they just don't. And you can't, there's nothing you could do to help them. You can't. Just try to gravitate towards people that are feeling the message, right? Okay, speaking of feeling the message, check out my message today. Smash homophobia in the purple to match the new plum furniture that we got at whatever this place is called that we do the show out of. And you can go to standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. You can get this shirt. You can get Easy E's hat. You can get all kinds of cool anti-fascist, anti-police, anti-president, pro-Black Lives stuff. Let me also remind you that all day today, the rest of the day, and every day, you can find our content on urbansurvivorman.com, urbansurvivorman.com, because we're fucking doing the damn thing. Also coming soon, fuck12news.com, fuck12news.com, because remember this, firster, liver, localer. We just deputize people. We got 1,000 reporters. We're gonna change the way news is done. I'm just one dude, man. Yeah. Speaking of just one dude doing the work of 1,000 men, don't forget about the people in Kansas City running the 5 Radio XL, television, satellite, and FM. All right. Did I remind you guys to go to urbansurvivorman.com? Also, go to the web store. That's urbansurvivorman.com/shop, and you can pick up some merchandise with the Aloha Wall Walker logo. That's what this is, the Aloha Wall Walker. I could tell you guys about it some other day, but we have to keep it moving and just remind you guys that our weather is brought to you by Polythink. Where's our Polythink overlay? There it is, Dunny Weather. And sorry it took so long to get it to you, but it's here now. Dunny Weather is, where is it? Here we go. Hold on.
Yep. Thanks, Bob and Kathy. This is the Dunny with the traffic and weather report, and I'm reporting live from 12th and Chacon on the east sides there. Okay, traffic. There goes a car. Weather. Not too shabby. Little chilly this morning. Had to pull up my socks there, as you can see. Okay, thanks. Back to you, Bob and Kathy.
Hey, yo, it's Jesse Sponberg. I'm rocking with the movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, Cable 90.7. Okay, we're back. I don't know if that seemed like a million years to you guys, but man, I'm telling you, when I had to hit those buttons to make sure these overlays drop and the new video comes in and then the Polythink comes in, but that the overlay's not missing, and then, man, I'm over here sweating. Thank God for my deodorant works. Crazy. Yeah, so one more time, y'all should just be moving all your stuff to urbansurvivorman.com. It's a machine that I built, and I build machines for my community, not because I like building machines, but because I want a better world. Okay, so Thomas, I just saw your comment. Go to YouTube and type in like brain reprogramming. You know what? Go to YouTube. I swear to God, look, I will teach you guys real quick the dopest thing. Well, not the dopest, because I've been blessed with a lot of dope shit. But this is definitely the best thing I've ever seen on YouTube. It's called 19 Minutes Will Change Your Life. And it's some Illuminati shit. But it is so dope. Hold on. Watch. Hold on. You ever watched this before, Josh?
No, I've never seen this.
This is the dopest shit ever. So obviously in the world, certain people have privileges over each other, right? Let me
tell you how to find out for yourself. Conduct your own survey.
Look.
Start down the street in your neighborhood on any Saturday or Sunday and ask the man of every house 2 questions. The first question is, what are you doing at the present time to increase your income now? That is, how much do you want to earn? And when you've evaluated the blank stare you get in response to that question, ask question number 2, which goes, how much money are you planning to be worth at age 65? Now, when the silence becomes too unnerving, thank him and move on to the next house. Ask 50 men, 100, 1,000, until you're completely convinced that the reason men don't make more money during their working lives and the reason men aren't financially independent by the time they're 65 is simply that they seldom, if ever, do any constructive thinking on either subject. It's that simple, unfortunately. The reason it's so easy to earn far more money than the average man earns in this country is that so very few are going about it the right way. This is a race without enough contestants to bother about. The few who are really in the race can all be winners. Some will finish ahead of the others, but even the man who finishes last in this race will be financially secure. Most people, more than 90%, aren't even in the race. To prove it, ask yourself the 2 survey questions. Up until the time you started listening to this message, what were your plans for increasing your income? How much do you want to earn? And how much money had you decided to be worth by the time you're 65? You see, people who earn large incomes aren't lucky, and they're not crooks as those without money are so fond of pretending, nor are they endowed with more brains or talent necessarily than their friends and neighbors, nor are they privy to occult secrets, and only a very few were lucky enough to have had rich fathers or grandfathers.
Ernie, money's the byproduct. Right?
I don't think that was that guy talking. His lips never moved.
Man, you know what? I watched this video probably 50 times. And a lot of people say, oh, that's easy for that white dude to say or whatever, right? Because he's able-bodied or whatever. But within the social stratigraphy, right? Obviously, some people have it easier because of certain privileges, right?
Sure.
But all thing else being equal, right? Everything else being equal, 2 people with the exact same opportunity. One has a vision, one doesn't have a vision, right? A lot of people call it the law of attraction. A lot of people call it the law of exchange, give and take, right? There's a lot of cosmic laws, but really it's just about like really just believing and believing, and then you just believe it. And then if you really believe it, you live it, right? Live it like you believe it. And if you really believe it, that's how you live it. And then you can do anything. You can be like, holy shit, I'm going to go run to the jungle and go freaking track down these wild monkeys I read about on the internet. Or you could be like, you know what, man, I'm going to go to Hawaii and I'm going to go work at an animal sanctuary. Like none of these things like came to me like by worrying about the bridge of incidents. Like I just put my brain in those spots, right? I didn't like do all this crazy stuff. A lot of crazy fortunate things had to happen to get us into that spot, right? Like things that I could never have foreseen happen. Like, wow, good thing for this, good thing for this, good thing for that happening, right? And none of the times that I did that I have money, right? Money wasn't the thing. Like Ernie said, money is just a byproduct. It's just a little bit of lubrication, but really be like the bird. Be like that lady at the house that we went and visited yesterday, right? Like, does the bird store grain? The grain is a byproduct. But
a lot of people try and call that little bit luck, I feel like. Some people are like, well, you know, yeah, they get lucky. It's like, no, that's what somebody who didn't have that belief says. If you believe, you start putting towards it, you move towards it. It ain't luck that stuff happens, you know. Luck's the cop out.
Ernie's absolutely right here. It's funny when you change your definition of wealth away from money, right? Because money's whatever. You can do anything to get money. You could blow a trucker for money. You could sell drugs for money. You could steal to get money. You could be an unscrupulous, dishonest person and get money. Money ain't shit, right? Energy is the only real currency, right? And then when you realize that the only thing that sincerely has value is energy, then you start looking at the world differently, and you realize that most of these people that wear suits, they just panhandlers, right? You see a bum looks like a bum if you value the price tag on his clothing, but if you value the depth of his soul or what he can offer you in a lecture, you know what I'm saying? Josh from the Flight Lounge, shout out to the Flight Lounge. And if you're not at the Flight Lounge getting those breakfasts to go, I don't know what you're doing. Marcus Branch has the most incredible breakfast I've ever seen. Like 4 of the top 5 things I ever seen. Some of the most valuable lessons that you could have ever learned is from homeless people. Like, not just all homeless people, but like, I mean, because homeless people are just like us. So I don't mean to subcategorize them. I mean, like 1980s, 40 at the picnic table, going to sleep in the park, pee your pants, street drinking, shoulder tapping when you're 15 style bums, right? A different face than the face of homelessness now. And the face of homelessness now is like, you know, vulnerable populations. But when I was growing up, man, you know, Hermes might show up in the form of a homeless person and test you, right? Your ancestors might be showing up in the form of a spider. Here's the plot twist, though, to consider. Sorry, Josh, I just keep talking.
Yeah, man, that was one of the things, man. When I was park rangering, that was one of the best things to do going around was find some people in a park who are just sitting at a table, sit down and just chit chat with them. Everybody's got a story to tell. People love an audience, you know, if you're there to like actually listen. Now, that was the difference with a lot of people that I worked with, was some were there because they couldn't become cops and some were there because they liked hanging out in the park, you know. Those who were there to listen, you know, we started making all these friends. That's how I met you, like hanging out in the park, going to different things. Like, you just sit down, listen to people, chit chat. Everybody's got a great story to tell.
Oh my God, you know what I just realized? I'm one of those old dudes sitting at the picnic table drinking a 40 that might pass out and piss my pants. Isn't it weird how we all get to play different roles? Yo, but here's the real freaking next level to consider about that is you are the spider and the boot, right? You are the fist and the jaw. You are the balls and the foot. And there's just like this giant score that's racking up. Yes, man, Ernie really adds a lot to the conversation. Shout out, Ernie. Yo, man, this is a good spot for you to be hanging out, bro. You really contribute a lot. I appreciate that. I appreciate all our guests, man. We have hey, Pro Caliber Wings, man. I see you. Hey, we're going to give you the shout out right now because you were paying attention to that message. Okay, now we got to go into this story finally, I guess, about the aliens. Man, I want to talk about this all day. What's your curfew, Josh? When do you turn into a pumpkin today?
Today, man, I got a good another 15, 20 minutes worth.
Okay, let's just make sure we get into this story because there might be a Galactic Federation. What's up with my screen share isn't working? Okay, let's just fix this real quick. Give me 10 seconds. Boom. That's better anyways because I don't know what kind of spam I'm gonna get from the Jerusalem Post. Might be loud. Okay, what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, that probably has music with it. Okay. Former Israeli, can we see this on the real screen? Okay, yeah, I think so. All right. Let's hold on. Okay. Former Israeli space security chief says aliens exist and humanity is not ready. This galactic federation has supposedly been in contact with Israel and the US for years, but are keeping themselves a secret to prevent hysteria until humanity is ready. You know, here's the thing. We've been saying this like for years, and it just never happens, right? Like we've been on the edge of disclosure forever. And what's funny is the speed at which we rotate the sun and the length of our year makes it so that it seems like we're waiting forever for the aliens to come. But the aliens, they might wait 1,000 years and not give a crap before they come back. They're like, oh, sorry, I got caught up on some other stuff. Oh my gosh, what were y'all doing while we were gone? Hey, so let's just read a little bit into this. Has the state of Israel made contact with aliens? According to a retired Israeli general and current professor Haim Ashed, the answer is yes, but this has been kept a secret because humanity is not ready. Speaking in an interview to Yediot Haronot, Ashed served as the head of Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years and is a 3-time recipient of the Israel Security Award. Explained that Israel and the U.S. have both been dealing with aliens for years. And this is by no means refers to immigrants, with Ashed clarifying the existence of a galactic federation.
Isn't that the plot from Men in Black?
You know what, bro? I'm going to stop right there. Here's I'm gonna stop that right there because that sentence is so stupid and gratuitous that I can no longer take this whole story seriously. And this by no means refers to immigrants. Are they just that classless at whatever? Look, the only place I could find this story was here and NBC News, and this appears to be like the closest source because it's an Israeli space security, so that's why I picked this source, right? But I can't no longer take them seriously. How could you as an author, like you just tongue-in-cheeked this whole, I think you did. I think you tongue-in-cheeked everything. I don't know. Let's just keep it pushing. Back in my Lucky Strikes voice. Hey, kids, Lucky Strikes. That's the cigarette that's good for you. The 87-year-old former space security chief gave further descriptions about exactly what sort of agreements have been made because they wish to research and understand the fabric of the universe. Corny. The cooperation includes a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives. If true, this would coincide with U.S. President Donald Trump's creation of the Space Force as the 5th branch of the U.S. Armed Forces, although it is unclear how long this sort of relationship, if any, has been going on between the U.S. and its reported extraterrestrial allies. But Ashed insists that Trump is aware of them, and he was on the verge of disclosing their existence. However, the Galactic Federation reported him from doing so, saying they wish to prevent mass hysteria since they felt humanity needed to evolve and reach a stage where they will understand what spaceships and space are. As for why he's chosen to reveal this information now, Ashed explained that the timing was simply due to how much the academic landscape has changed and how respected he is in academia. If I had come up with what I'm saying 5 years ago, I would have been hospitalized, he explained. I added, today, I'm already talking differently. I have nothing to lose. I've received my degrees and awards. I'm respected in universities abroad, where the trend is also changing. While it is unclear if any evidence exists that could support Ashed's claims, they did just come out of a recent announcement. Come ahead of a recent announcement by Space IL, the group behind Israel's failed attempt to land a spacecraft on the moon. Man, okay, look. We don't need that story anymore. We can just sit here
Sounds too much
inside this.
like Tommy Lee Jones from Men in Black, man. Like the Galactic Federation.
Yo, I feel that though. Gee, I really think, like, in my heart of hearts. And you know, when I say stuff, I don't like to qualify it, but like have to like validate my efforts. But I mostly spend all of my time trying to figure out how the hell did we end up on this planet? Like, how are we here, dude? How?
And what part though? So like the alien part I'm down with, but do you think that the aliens and the US are allies up on Mars right now with an underground base? Yeah. Well, okay.
Yo, because you know the government is always like 10 or 20 years ahead before they even let us know. That's just the way they operate. So maybe there's not aliens up there, but we already have robots on Mars that I can watch on my YouTube. Oh my God, let's see what the hell's going on Mars right now. I got to remember to do that. I got to write my schedule. You know what? That's all I'm going to do today. I'm going to write the new schedule because, man, you know, the moment we start dropping on the moment we start dropping this on all platforms, we're going to have like thousands of random people that don't even know us that are just going to hear it, the audio version, and then they're going to come to the website to watch the show, and they're just going to be like, what the hell? It's going to be overwhelming. But we need to totally just write into the script every day. We got to go check on Mars. Like, oh, shit. Hold on. The president has a press conference right now. Oh, my gosh.
There were differences in voting rules and procedures in different
Oh, it's not up yet.
states.
Oh, shit. Man, I'm just going to stay live, dude. If this dude's having a press conference. So tap out whenever you want, G.
All right, man. I got a couple more minutes.
Okay. So it's for the vaccine summit. Oh, my gosh. Let me just bring it up so you guys can see how gross it looks.
And let's see what happens.
This is where they're going to tell us that we're going to have to start
Actual
taking it or
lawsuit. I
something.
am retweeting it right now, so make sure you follow us
So,
on Twitter at
this is what's coming up.
Time so you can read it for yourself.
Can you hear that?
What Texas is
Yeah, I can hear
arguing?
The banjo?
What is happening right now when
Yeah.
it comes to the 2020
Oh,
election?
man.
Let me
Okay.
check on the White House to see if we have footage. If we have the green light to switch over to the White House.
Warp speed.
Man, we always have such good journalistic timing, man. I got the reporter feet. Come on.
All right, folks. So the White House is saying that just a few more moments.
Ah, nice. The president never shows up on time. Okay, let me mute these dorks. And then oops, not pause. Hold on. Boosh. Okay, we don't need those guys. But yeah, dude, I absolutely believe in ever since I was a little kid, I've just known that I was gonna have to steal a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I live my life at the same time in the past, the present, and the future, right? Like, I'm blessed in a way that me from the future, my whole life, me from the future has always whispered in my ear and guided me to do shit I didn't understand, right? And people ask me, like, why did you do this or why did you do that? And I could never really explain it. But I know that most of the shit that I do, I didn't invent, right? I can't take credit for it. Most of my good ideas, most of my projects, most of my plans, most of my bravery, most of my impulse, it's not me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And So one of the things that reliable voice has always told me is, bro, get your tolerance up. So if the aliens ever try to dope you and then probe you, you can just wake up, kill them, take their ship, and then save humanity by just blasting every bad guy and every headquarters and every World Bank, right? Like if you could just get one, I can't believe I'm telling you guys the master plan. Don't tell nobody this. If you could get one spaceship or some aliens that are your friends, right? They just randomly come on some interdimensional stuff or whatever, even in the third dimension, physical, right? Oh, what do you guys think I was doing in Hawaii? Living at 19.5 degrees with Ryan in the rainforest, man. Holy shit, just watching crazy stuff in the sky, man. But I never saw no UFOs. But when I do, we're gonna, oh my God, when I do, all we gotta do, that's the only plan to save the planet, right? I mean, that's the only plan that we got. What are we gonna do? Wait for everybody to agree to recycle? Wait for everybody to agree to stop polluting? Wait for everybody to agree to love each other? No, we're gonna continue to be oppressed like serfs in this gigantic oligarchy where the haves just shit on the have-nots through gold toilets, right? And what can we do? Because they're insulated by the police. So what can we do? Our only hope is to make friends with aliens and either kill them before they kill me. Because another thing I know is if some people show up on a ship pretending to be your friends, they're not your friends, bro. They are going to exploit you. So kill them as soon as you can. Right? But after you get that spaceship, fly over to the White House, boosh, fly over to wherever the bad guys live, boosh, type up on the little alien computer and find out where everybody that ever trolled you on Facebook lives. Scare everybody. And you can truly bring peace to the universe with one spaceship. So
you think though, if you were to take a spaceship and take out people on Earth, that the people hanging out on Mars would be cool with that, or would they send a bigger spaceship after you? Would you be like,
bro, they'll send Space Force.
There's Space Force coming after you with their big thing, or are you gonna be Johnny West just taking them out, the outlaw that goes instead of a cowboy or instead of a horse, you're just out there in a spaceship?
I'll be Han Solo, yo. I'll just be out there with a dog. Just me and a dog and like this,
way to go.
like this old beat up spaceship that I can't figure out. Yo, dude, I've driven the same piece of crap trooper. Oh, by the way, I think the trooper is toast right now. I don't know. I'm thinking if I ignore it long enough, it's just gonna fix itself because that
That's how cars work.
But yeah, that's why they got Space Force, so that people don't just make homemade spaceships and show up in like a RV. Some guy like Ernie, some guy like Ernie just figured out how to put an oxygen thing around his bike. He just is riding a motorcycle in space. Space Force is gonna pull that dude over. Elon Musk and Pauly Shore, they're like, not in our biodome, bro. Right? So knowing all that and knowing that it's happening right now and knowing that Richard Branson will literally take you in a spaceship for like, I don't know, $1 million or something, right? Why don't you just smash Richard Branson? One thing I know is in outer space, if you karate chop somebody on the back of their neck right there, they're toast, dude. If you just go whap, or if you give them the Spock, or do any of that shit, that works in space. I don't know what it is about the way the human muscular structure reacts to low gravity, but you can just wank them, you know what I'm saying? And then take off their uniform. And then when they try to ask you why you're there, just tell them you're arresting your friend. Be like, I'm taking this guy into custody. And then blam, steal the spaceship. That's the only hope. Okay, let's see. Is the president talking? Not yet. Oh my gosh, no, look, there's just a bunch of dudes. There's just a bunch of dudes.
I'm gonna scoot out before the big announcement.
Before the president comes?
Yeah,
right.
I appreciate you having me, though, man.
I just want to say, I think it's weird that I still have never seen you and the president in the same spot. So I'm just saying, if you dip out and then the president shows up, it looks fishy. But okay.
I mean, you know, I'll try and come back before he finishes, and we'll see.
Okay, Peter Parker. All right, I'll see you, G. See you next week. That's Josh Larson at Shut Up Stupid 13, because we killed the other Shut Up Stupids. There was 12 of them, but there can only be one. There can only be one. Yo, so I honestly, man, I'm so ready. When I was a little kid, they were like, they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? And I was like, you know, I had all these things I was ambitious to do, but really, even when I was a little kid, I was like, I just want to be the person that if the aliens come down and they're like, we want to challenge your champion, and you don't know what it is, right? You don't know what, like, you got to fight for the earth, right? You got to just fight to save the earth. And they pick me. I just want to be worthy. Yo, that's probably the most personal thing I ever told anybody. Since I was a little kid, I would just shoot half-court shots, be like, all right, if you don't make this half-court shot, every person on earth is going to be destroyed like Alderaan. And I would just shoot, and I would just shoot, and I would just train my head. I would just train my brain not to be able to shoot half-court shots necessarily, because it might be a game of chess. It might be a foot race. I hope it's a rap battle. that would be our best hope for humanity, right? If I just had a rap battle, the champion from Neptune or some shit, be like, all right, bro, let me show you how we do it on Earth. It's Earth in the house. And everybody on Earth would just be like, hey, yeah. And then all the people from Neptune would just be player hating. We're like 8 arms. Their arms are all crossed. They're just octopus haters, cephalopotic haterators. Okay, hold on. Yeah, the president still ain't moving. Look, I'm gonna bring the president up on the small screen so we can just keep it in the background. I just want to hear what he says, because hopefully we're operating on a limited. You know what the president is like to me right now? So I think it was probably like 1985. No, because Kareem played in 85, 87. I bet it was 1988. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar announced that he was going to retire. And in every city where Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went, the team, if it was the last time Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was ever going to play in the game, they would stop and have a ceremony like at halftime, and they would give Kareem like a gift. Like I remember somebody gave him a Harley. I remember somebody gave him a rocking chair, right? Somebody, I think, gave him like a framed picture one time, like this painting or something. I don't know. That was a long time ago, but this is what this feels like to me as the president makes like this farewell tour, as he just wanders around, knowing that he's operating now on a finite amount of words, right? So one thing that I think it's important that we notice, as humanity is predictable, is how he is going to be more selective with his words, right? Because it's like I always say, Jesus and the Buddha only had to say some shit one time. Jesus and the Buddha only had to say some shit one time, and a nagging spouse or a crying baby or a car alarm says shit over and over and over, right? So what you want to do is be as close to being a one-timer as you can, right? Not a police officer, but a person that only has to say something one time. A person that says something. So, whoa, what's Mike Pence doing? What? What's going on? But yeah, you want to be on the spectrum. Oh shit, what? Hold on, what? Oh shit. All right, let me see.
This is scheduled, and I think it's going to take longer than that to do so.
There's no prospect that there's going to be a vaccine available for the majority of the American people before the middle of next year.
It is impossible to get that done by the end of the year.
Operation Warp Speed is unequal.
Holy shit, look at this.
Anywhere in the world, the single greatest mobilization in U.S. history, pioneering, developing, and manufacturing therapies and vaccines in record time.
Operation Warp Speed is doing something that's never been done before in history.
The first Americans will get shots in arms in the second half of December.
That's incredible, Elizabeth. The timeline has just been jaw-dropping.
We were able to and empowered to make all the right calls and decisions.
Well, this is a rather remarkable moment because this is Warp Speed. Warp Speed is being run in a non-political way, in a way we can be proud of.
We believe we're going to have people getting vaccinated, millions of people, before Christmas this year. It's just unheard of in the history of public health, this accomplishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Oh shit, here we go. Damn. But yeah, watch how he conserves his words more, right? Because they're limited. So he wants to stretch the most he can out of them. Watch.
Thank you very much. Please. How are you, Admiral? Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. I'm honored to welcome doctors, scientists, industry executives, and state and local leaders to our historic Operation Warp Speed Vaccine Summit. It's been some journey for all of us. It's been an incredible success. We're grateful to be joined by Vice President Mike Pence, who has done an absolutely incredible job on the coronavirus task force. Mike, thank you. Stand up, Mike.
Stand up, Mike.
Great job. We're here to discuss a monumental national achievement. From the instant the coronavirus invaded our shores, we raced into action to develop.
See, you call it the coronavirus, not the China virus.
Vaccine at breakneck speed. It would normally take 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or even more. In order to achieve this goal, we harnessed the full power of government, the genius of American scientists, and the might of American industry to save millions and millions of lives all over the world. We're just days away from authorization from the FDA, and we're pushing them hard, at which point we will immediately begin mass distribution. Before Operation Warp Speed, the typical time frame for development and approval, as you know, could be infinity. And we were very, very happy that we were able to get things done at a level that nobody has ever seen before. The gold standard vaccine has been done in less than 9 months. On behalf of the entire nation, I want to thank everyone here today who has been involved in this extraordinary American initiative. I also want to recognize members of my administration who have worked tirelessly in this effort. Alex Azar, please, Alex. Where's Alex? Thank you, Alex. Great job. Monsef Slawi, where are you, Monsef? Thank you very much. Great job. A man who's now going to be very important, General Gus Perna. I have no doubt about it, right? Logistics. Jared Kushner has worked so hard. Where's Jared? Jared, wherever you may be. Thank you, Jared. Dr. Deborah Birx. Deborah. Thank you very much.
Yo, this is some historic shit. So we're in overtime right now.
Great job you've been doing, Brett. Surgeon General Jerome Adams. Jerome, thank you very much. Terrific. Dr. Robert Redfield. Robert, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Administrator Seema Verma. Seema, thank you. Dr. Peter Marks. Peter. Where's Peter?
That's such an old
Paul
that's such an
Mango,
old
Adam Bowler,
poster I use for
and
stand up
Brett,
and fight
thank
back.
you very much.
I can make
Great
way better
job.
shit now.
Thank you all very much. Incredible job. And many others also. Many others. We're also grateful to be joined by Governors Greg Abbott. Where's Greg? Bill Lee.
Right, Sarah?
Thank you.
It's
Thank
like,
you.
I
Thank
mean,
you, Bill.
it was done under his administration.
Ron
so,
DeSantis.
right, yeah, like you can
Ron.
just, people in that position can
Thank
just
you,
say,
Ron.
scoreboard.
Thank you. Thank you very
But
much.
I
Great
think
job.
it was
Ron.
created despite him.
And John
really.
Bell Edwards.
And I
John
think that,
Bell.
honestly, if he did have much
Thank
to do
you,
with
John
it,
Bell.
then
Thank
it's
you very much.
tainted.
As well as Senator John Barrasso, who's a fantastic doctor also, by the way, I have to say.
Oh, look, it's 11:11.
When I need info on that
Oh,
subject,
man.
I call up John.
I'm
Thank
really
you, John, very
mystical.
much. Senator Steve Daines, congratulations on a great win. Great win. That was easier than you thought, it turned out, right? It was a little easier than you thought.
What
Great
if?
going. We're proud of you.
What?
Congressman
You know what?
Greg Walden.
I'm gonna turn the.
Greg, thank you very much.
I'm gonna turn down the president a little bit, so I have to shout over because he's in my headphones loud.
Thank you, Brad. Great job.
Dude, he's in my headphones.
And many others. My administration provided a total of $14 billion to accelerate vaccine development and to manufacture all of the top candidates in advance, long in advance. As a result of this unprecedented investment, we are exceedingly proud.
What do you
that
mean
both
long in
Pfizer and
advance?
Moderna vaccines are approximately 95% effective, which is a number that nobody expected to be able to get to, far exceeding anything that really that anybody thought. We went out and we said, what do you think a maximum would be? And I think doctors, we all came up to the conclusion that something like that would be really incredible. We have other candidates looking right now. We have some big ones that we're going to be announcing very soon. We
Oh
have
shit!
some
Sorry, guys.
great
I've been running that same banner all day.
Johnson & Johnson and others, and they're all
Gosh,
coming
that's gotta
in,
get
they're coming
old.
in very quickly. We expect to have some news on that very shortly. And we have worked very well with the companies, but if for any reason we have any problems, we will be instituting.
Wait until we have.
And we will make sure that we
Oh
don't
my
have
god,
any
this is gonna get
problems for very
so
long.
bad, you
We've
guys.
instituted it before. Two additional
This is gonna get so bad.
companies, AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson's a one-dose, one-shot vaccine, so we're going to see how that works. That would be very helpful if that all came out, and I think it probably will. Also, they're showing tremendous promise. All of them, tremendous problem. We're very hopeful that the FDA will authorize the Pfizer vaccine within days. We've got to get it moving, and Moderna vaccine almost immediately thereafter. Large numbers of tests and samples have been done. So hopefully that, if authorized, tens of millions of vaccine doses will be available this month. And we'll get it distributed very quickly. We'll have that all set, and hundreds of millions more will quickly follow. Every American who wants the vaccine will be able to get the vaccine. And we think by spring, we're going to be in a position that nobody would have believed possible just a few months ago. You know, amazing, really amazing. They say it's somewhat of
Here
a
we go.
miracle, and I think that's true. The plan
Now he's gonna start talking on his own.
forward prioritizes the elderly and patients with underlying conditions, as well as
Did you see how he's just about to just
first
be like,
responders. The ultimate decision rests with the governors of the various states. And I hope the governors make wise decisions who will decide where the vaccines will go in their state and who will get them first. We urge the governors to put America's
That's
seniors
what I
first,
was
and
looking
also,
for.
I think those who work with seniors, which obviously you
that
gonna
is
have to do
exactly
that. I
what
think
we're
they
about
have
to
get
talk about
together.
anyways.
And doctors, nurses, first responders,
It's already written on my
etc.
paper.
This will quickly and dramatically reduce deaths and hospitalizations.
So Kate
and
Brown
within
is
a
going to
short
be in
period of
charge
time, I
of
think
figuring out who
we
in
want to
Oregon
get back
gets
to normal.
the-
Very
gets the
standard
vaccine.
phrase. We want to just get back to normal, get back to where we were a little
gosh.
more than 9 months ago. We were doing incredibly. And in many respects, we're still doing incredibly with our stock markets and everything else, which are hitting all new highs. We've already finalized a part here. Thank you very much. We appreciate it very much. And they deliver vaccines directly to nursing homes as soon as the states request that they do. Later today, General Gus Perna will outline the detailed plan to rapidly distribute the vaccine to every state, territory, and tribe. States have designated over 50,000 sites that will receive the vaccine. We've worked very closely with the states. Actually, we've had very good relationships with the governors. I almost think all of the governors, at least in those conference calls that are somewhat secret, other than sometimes on occasion, Mike, the press will break in, which is fine too. It's amazing how you leave those rooms and about 10 seconds later, there wasn't even time for a leak. They were on the call, but that's all right. So you assume that. You always assume that. But they'll be going through pharmacies, hospitals, healthcare providers, through our partnership with FedEx, UPS, and McKesson. We'll ship doses from warehouses directly to the designated sites, and we're thrilled to be joined by representatives of those really great American companies. Those companies have worked with us, and they've been incredible to work with, and I want to thank you all for being here. Please, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. As I've stated all along, and I guess as you saw pretty vividly, I heard about what they were going to show prior to my coming. You saw that very few people thought that this was possible. Of course, they'll be saying now, we always told you it was so, but we have them saying a little bit different, but it has been incredible, and it will end the pandemic. It will end the pandemic, and we're working with other nations. As you see, actually, by looking at your screen today, we're working very closely with other nations also to get the vaccines out to other nations, and it's very important. We work with the world. We're working with the world. We have great companies, and we're working with the world. In just a few minutes, I'll sign an executive order to ensure that the United States government prioritizes the getting out of the vaccine to American citizens before sending it to other nations. Now, if necessary, I told you we'll invoke the Defense Production Act, but we don't think it will be necessary. If it is, it's a very powerful act, as you know, because we've used it very, very successfully. While we begin to swiftly deploy the vaccine, we'll continue to expand the availability of groundbreaking therapies. Since April, advances in treatments have already helped reduce the mortality rate by 85%. Think of that, 85%. It's an incredible number. I've delivered on my solemn promise to make the antibody treatments, they're brilliant, they're highly successful, available to every American, and we're doing that free of cost, totally free of cost. So we're making them available, and they're available now. And if somebody gets sick, it works where they go and.
Okay, check this out, you guys. I'm gonna wrap this up here on the show.
It's been incredible, the success. And when you
it's
hear
just gonna
85%,
get gratuitous.
that's some number. To me, that's a number.
If it is, the news will cover it, so we can just watch the news or whatever after this. So I don't watch the news. I listen to the news though. I listen to mainstream news. P.S. You guys should send me your address, and I'll send you some of this water that I charged so hard this morning. Holy shit! I swear I was gonna start bowling. Yeah, I'm gonna start a whole product line. You ain't ready for it, but I'm gonna sell infused water. Just infused with intent. And then people who need courage, they can just buy a bottle of courage. Boom. You need charisma. Boom. Buy a bottle of charisma. How is it charismatic? We put it in front of the movie Grease for 12 hours and just let it keep playing. Infuse it. We put crystals all around it. And magic sand. Oh wow, you know what I just realized? I don't have any rocks. I don't know where any of my rocks are. None of them. Not even my little ones. I don't know where none of my rocks are. None. Zero. That's weird as shit. Okay, look, last thing I'm going to say. So the president just said that the vaccines will be distributed through the local governors. That means Kate, flush it down because it's brown, will be in charge of distributing the vaccines. So that means that you should probably all of a sudden one day on your Facebook see 3 of your friends check in at the Walgreens that you're getting the vaccine for free. And everybody's going to be like, what? How do we get the free vaccine? They're like, I don't know. Come to Walgreens. And then everybody runs to Walgreens. And Walgreens is like, dude, Kate Brown only gave us 5. And then people are like, well, I need one of those 5. Or it's probably more than 5, maybe 6. And people are like, well, I need it for my family. You've seen those movies, man. Art imitates life and life imitates art because humans are predictable, right? There's nothing that you're doing that hasn't been done before. There's no idea or invention that you're thinking of that didn't come from somewhere else, right? Maybe I don't always convey that message the best that I could, but I hope that I do a good job of articulating that in a way that applies to other people's lives. And I look forward to being able to introduce this stuff to people that are kind of outside of our circle, right? Our sphere of people that like get this, because what we got going on here on this show is really rare and really unique. And I don't know what the date is today. Today's December 8th. So yeah, we got about 3 more weeks to make this show perfect before we drop it on all platforms on January 1st. Like in a major way, a major push. And the whole world's going to be like, oh my God, what the heck do those people think about? So I really appreciate you guys being here. I couldn't find the... let me see. No, I don't have an update with the Red House. Last we heard, they put up a last I heard, it was going down. The pigs got run off, and now barricades are going up. Here's the thing. I chose earlier after I thought of, like when we started, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go live. But then the more I thought about it, I don't want my show to be used as evidence. And I don't trust a lot of the people in the streets to practice safe security culture, right? So realizing that we're in this, right? This is the video game that we picked. This is the crazy time. Like, put on the VR goggles and eat your Flintstone vitamins, and buckle up, right? Keep your energy ready and don't stop and try to convince somebody that they have a soul when they don't. Just keep it pushing, because a lot of people out there got souls. It's a numbers game, right? If they say that 1% of the population has COVID, we got to figure probably 1% of the population has souls, all right? Then the other 99% are just filler for, like, they're just fake. Like, they don't even really exist unless you look at them on some quantum shit. All right, sorry. I get way too high. You know what's cool is as soon as I'm done recording, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It just goes off the air. So, yo, go to the website. There's a lot of shit on the website, all right? You guys are great. I love you guys. No shit. Remember, support the people that support us. Mess with the movement. And the 5 Radio XL. Fuck 12 News. The 5 Radio XL FM show. Get the app. Yeah, anyways. Audi 5000, G.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.